Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This is Marie here at Nicole Designs. Today I'm sharing with you the August Glimmer Kit from Spellbinders, and this month's kit is so fun. It has this glimmer plate that is full of all of these crafty icons that you can make patterns with. It also has some really fun crafty sentiments that you can build on top of your cards. So if you're ready to see me make some cards with this kit, make sure you hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already, tap the bell for notifications, leave a comment, and do all the things, and let's get started. So I've already made a few patterned backgrounds here. I've used a few different foils, and I've gone ahead and I've colored these images in. The one on the right was colored with zigs, and the one on the left was with alcohol markers. I'm just going to show you how I built a pattern background with this glimmer plate. So I have a card front selected here. I've got it cut down to size, and I'm using Bristol Smooth paper. You don't have to use Bristol Smooth. You can use any kind of paper. You can also glimmer on lots of different surfaces like leather, and so it's really fun to glimmer all the things. But I have found that a smooth paper seems to work a bit better with my glimmering. I get a little bit better results. Excuse me. So I usually try to grab my Bristol Smooth or another ultra smooth paper, and that works the best for me. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting my plate in place. I'm taping it down with a little bit of purple tape just to keep it where I want it to go. And I'm kind of using that tape as a hinge so I can peel it backwards, put my foil underneath, and then flip it back over the foil. Making sure that that plate is where I want it to go, that tape is going to hold it in place, and I'm just going to put it on top of my glimmer machine platform. So once that first green light is solid, you can put your plates on, push the button, the second green light will blink, and as it's blinking, it's warming up. Once it's solid, you can go ahead and run your whole platform through your Platinum 6 or your larger machine if you have that, and it's going to press that plate and that foil into your paper. Now I have added a shim to my sandwich here, gives it just a little bit more pressure to get that foil pressed into the paper. So it's really just like an inventory page from one of the past Spellbinders kits. So it's just one sheet of thicker paper, and it gives it just a little bit more pressure to get all of these images pressed into my cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and peel off that foil, and you can see how pretty and how fun these images are. Now I'm using the foil that came with the kit, which is a gold foil that has some rainbow shine to it, and I think it's really fun. So to continue that pattern, I'm just going to shift my glimmer plate over to the next side, make sure it's kind of lined up, nestled in between the other images that I've already foiled. I'm going to use my washi tape hinge again, and then put my foil down and glimmer the other side. And you can do this as many times as you want. If you're making a big card or a slimline card, you can just go ahead and keep glimmering each section with your plate to make an all over pattern background. So again, I'm just going to put that on my glimmer machine, go ahead and run it through my die cutting machine, and then it's going to push that foil into my paper. You can peel it off and you have the perfect pattern background. I think it's really fun. Like I mentioned, you can go ahead and color this. So this one I've colored with alcohol markers, and here's a little tip for you. You can take that handmade for you glimmer plate and go ahead and glimmer your envelopes. I just glimmered my envelope the same way I would glimmer my cards, and it worked really fine. Fun way to add a little bit of foiled detail to your cards. So that's card number 1. I'm going to show you a few more examples of what you can do with these plates this month. For this one, I've even fussy cut some of those images and put it around the sentiment, so you can absolutely do that as well. This second card is going to be super easy. I'm just taking a stencil and some of this fusion ink from Fun Stamper's Journey, and I'm going to ink blend a few light stripes here. Now I'm not going to go across the whole background. I'm just kind of blending it out so these stripes kind of fade out into the white of the cardstock. And that's pretty much all the ink blending I'm going to do. I wanted some bold stripes, but not ones that are going to cover the whole background. Now, if you haven't worked with the foil before, I have to tell you that it's easy to work with, and there's a lot of different mediums you can use with it. So you can foil over ink, and you can foil over other smooth surfaces. I've even foiled over some embellishment mousse that has dried. And then the foil also acts as a resist. So you can even foil and then watercolor over it, ink blend over it, different things. So it's really quite versatile, and you can do a lot of different things with it. Now, after I had my stripes all ink blended, I went ahead and I glimmered all of those icons right over the stripes, and I'm not going to do the whole background this time. I'm just going to leave it as is, just all of the pattern, all of the icons over on that left side. And now I'm going to build my sentiment. Now, there are sentiments that come with the Glimmer Kit. There's also a few extra sentiments, and I think I'm thinking they may be add-on sentiments. If you wanted to check those out at Spellbinders, add on a few more of them. And these are all craft related sentiments. So you can go ahead and glimmer living the crafty life, let's get crafty, hello my crafty friend, different things like that. I think they're really fun. I'm making a few of these crafty cards to go ahead and send to some of my fellow crafters. I think they'll appreciate and enjoy it. So I'm glimmering one of those sentiments right now. It says crafty friend. I've kind of added it at an angle. And I'm going to go ahead and add one of those other words that says hello. I'm going to just line it up with the stripe here so I know that it is straight, using my purple tape again as a little hinge to add a little piece of foil on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and foil that as well. So glimmer foiling to me is kind of like stamping, but with foil. You just can go ahead and make sure your plates are where you want them. Get your foil in there and go ahead and push them through your die cutting machine, and it's going to push that foil into your cardstock. So if you kind of think of it the way you would think of stamping, for me that kind of helps me think of new ideas and new ways to use it. So this card front is done. It's a super simple card. I'm just going to add some foam adhesive to the background and then pop it onto a card base that's already folded. It's a top folding card. And then after I put this together, I did go ahead and add a few sequins around all of those crafty icons. And then this card was done. You can see I'm just popping it up there. I do use a Spellbinders rectangle die to cut out my card fronts so that they are just slightly smaller than my card base. It leaves a little bit of edge there. It makes it look a little bit more polished and professional, and that finishes my second card. I will have another photo here at the end showing you how I kind of mixed up the sentiments with some other glimmer plates, like right here with the frame and everything. Ink smushed some zig pens on there, and that finishes my cards. So thanks so much for stopping by. I hope this gives you a great look at the August kit. Check the links down in the description if you're interested in anything. Otherwise, remember to subscribe, like, share, comment, do all the things. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.